Calm before the storm along the water's edge in the Burnside area of Dartmouth this afternoon. Alyse Hand here now with our weather forecast. Certainly we're going to get a lot of snow, we're going to get a lot of rain, we're going to get a lot of wind. And wind and the storm surge are a real concern.
They're the big story, especially for Nova Scotia and PEI. Winds gusting from 110 to 140 kilometers per hour. To be considered a hurricane force wind, winds must reach 119 kilometers per hour. That's a Category 1 hurricane wind speed. So we will certainly reach that for parts of the region late tomorrow in the day and into tomorrow night. So something to be mindful of. Storm surge warnings up to along the Atlantic coast of Nova Scotia. There's lots to get to. So before we do, let's calm things down a little bit here. A beautiful picture taken by Barry Burgess. Isn't that nice?
Yeah, pretty.
It's very pretty. So if you're wondering, scratching your head, that is ice anchored by a branch. Barry was taking some pictures along the Hubbards River in beautiful Hubbards, Nova Scotia, where it's about -7 right now. He sent a number of pictures in, and this was one of my favorites. So thanks so much, Barry, for sharing that with us. The jet stream, nothing much has changed across most of Canada. That Arctic air mass still holding on here. It's a little bit milder in through southern Alberta and across most of BC tonight, but out east, still quite cold, and we are still, most of us anyway, on the cold side of that jet stream in Atlantic Canada and across Quebec, Ontario as well. Very cold temps. So as I mentioned, not so bad in through Calgary this afternoon, 4 degrees. It's 7 right now in Vancouver, -13 in Fort McMurray. Not too bad in Saskatoon and in through most of Saskatchewan, where they should be, the temperatures for this time of year. But very cold air in Thompson and Winnipeg. Thunder Bay -19. Toronto's at about -8. So is Ottawa. Some flurries coming down across Quebec, where it's about -14 or -13 tonight. A little better along the eastern seaboard. Here at home, still quite chilly, but temperatures are going to improve a lot overnight ahead of this next system. Conditions certainly aren't going to improve. In fact, they'll deteriorate significantly tonight into early morning tomorrow. Here's a peek at some numbers. The red here indicates a rainfall warning for Halifax, the South Shore, in through Shelburne County, Yarmouth County, and Queens County. 30 to 40 millimeters of rain, at times heavy. We have storm surge warnings from Guysborough County all the way down to Yarmouth. So tomorrow at high tide, be mindful of that. Powerful surf, some high waves, a lot of activity at high tide tomorrow evening. 20 to 40 centimeters of snow en route for the areas here in yellow. So Cape Breton, inland Nova Scotia, PEI, and southeast New Brunswick by Friday morning, 20 to 40 centimeters. The day starts with some snow and ice tomorrow for most of western Nova Scotia, except for southwest Nova Scotia. You'll start with rain and some freezing rain, and with milder temperatures here, this will stay as rain throughout most of the day. We'll look again in detail as to what's happening tomorrow. Tonight, cold for most of us across New Brunswick. Flurries, rising temps for Nova Scotia and PEI. So by tomorrow morning, increasing cloud and a lot of snow coming down by noon for Fredericton and north of Fredericton. That's when the snow really settles in. It'll be late morning when that snow settles in along the Fundy coast. A good 20 to 40 centimeters of snow by late tomorrow night. Very gusty winds, 60 to 90 kilometer per hour gusts across New Brunswick tomorrow. Winds will reach about 80 kilometers per hour late in the day tomorrow for PEI. They'll pick up to about 100 clicks by late tomorrow evening. Snow beginning around noon here, 15 to 25 centimeters, turning to rain by late tomorrow night. And across Nova Scotia, morning snow turning to a mix of ice pellets and snow, then rain late tomorrow night. So lots of weather en route here. Gusty winds between 70 and 120 kilometers per hour here along the coast. That's where winds will be the gustiest for Nova Scotia, anywhere from 70 to 140 clicks, with a morning mix of rain, snow, and ice pellets turning to rain by late afternoon right across western Nova Scotia. Quiet weekend, thank goodness, for New Brunswick. Then another system Monday, Steve, that will bring about 10 to 15 centimeters of snow by Tuesday night. Back to sun Wednesday. For Nova Scotia, sunny stretch this weekend to clean up after all this messy weather tomorrow. And then another smaller system en route Monday into Tuesday. And for Nova Scotia and PEI, nice weekend ahead. A few flurries on the island Saturday. Other than that, quiet. Flurries on Monday, Steve, and then snow en route about 5 to 10 centimeters Tuesday for the island. So quiet weekend, but a cold weekend ahead for us.